Hi everyone, so I'm going to show you how to do different qualities of line, which is something that I think you should all give a good try for your drawing because it'll make it more interesting. So up here we have talked about the stroke weight and how that can change the thickness of your line. There's also, and you probably have seen it as this, uniform. That will create a straight line. But there's other types of line that you could use. I really like the variable width, so it changes as it goes along. You can also change your brush definition, so it can be basic brush or this really fun kind of painterly brush. You could have interesting dividers or just different things that you could work on. So I'm going to be working on creating something that's a little bit thick and thin. So if I click and drag and then hit the Alt key to change the direction of my line, again, clicking and dragging, didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. So I'm going to Command Z and Command Z because my handle, my top handle was too long. So I'm going to shorten it and then create my next curve. That's better. Shorten this handle, create my next curve, and it looks like it's pretty normal. So all of my line work is the same as what I've been doing before. So to adjust that, I'm going to use the selection tool and then click on the line that I want to change, and then I can adjust that to 3-point. I can adjust it to the changing my width, and I can adjust it to different line definitions, which is super cool. Some of these are really interesting. That one's weird. But some of these are really cool. So you'll want to give them a try and you'll want to see what they do. This one's really interesting. That one's really interesting. This is actually probably closer to what I would want. That one's crazy. That one's not what I want. So I'm going to stick with basic and I'm going to play around with this width profile. Going back to my line and creating more. I can play around with this and see how it turns out, thick and thin, and really adjust things for how I want them to look. This is your drawing. It's going to be more interesting if you try out different things and make good decisions about what you really want your line work to look like. All right, so give it a try. Play around with different line weights, with different line types, with different brush definitions, with crazy brush definitions. Have some fun with it. Give it a go. Don't forget to save everything that you're doing.